Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic and the return of an old friend to the channel today. I haven't done a zetamath puzzle in what feels like months, but zetamath has just released a puzzle. Actually, it's got 5 stars out of 5 for difficulty. It's called Frankenstein. And this is what I'm going to have a look at. So I am really looking forward to getting reacquainted with somebody I admire very much. So this one is, I think it's zipper lines, which are going to be the purple ones, aren't they? And then what is referred to in the instructions as the darker off-green kind of unpleasant looking lines are modular lines. So that's these. Anyway, we'll talk about what all this means in a moment. I don't think there's any other jiggery pokery apart from that, and I'm very much looking forward to having a go at this one. But before we start, I'm going to mention a couple of things. I think there have been 2 puzzles on the channel in just the last week, which I sort of consider generational puzzles that will live long in the memory of any Sudoku solver who has had the pleasure of meeting them. One of them is yesterday's puzzle, Michael Lefkowitz's The Wall, themed on Pink Floyd. I mean, this is an astonishing thing. It took me a long time to solve it. I'm not claiming remotely it's an easy puzzle. I didn't find it easy at all, but I do think it is magnificent. So have a look at that if you haven't had a chance to look at it. And the other one is this one, this 4x4, which I described in the title of the video as the best 4x4 in the history of Sudoku. This is themed on the sort of viral logic problem, Cheryl's birthday. And I thought this was just fantastic. Again, not an easy puzzle, probably easier than The Wall, but both of those puzzles, please have a go at them if you have any spare puzzling time, because I really think you'll get a kick out of them. Now, speaking about spare puzzling time, let me tell you about some other things that are going on. We have scheduled a new stream of blueprints. So if you've been waiting for a while, we have had a lot of emails saying, where is the next blueprint stream? I'm sorry, but we are doing it on Monday at 10 p.m. UK time. We'd love to have your company, and we'll see how we get on visiting that mad mansion. Other than that, over on Patreon, we've got this fantastic Sudoku hunt by Itrio, Yin Yang Journey. And we were nearly up to 2,000 solves of the first puzzle yesterday, and 403 had done the final puzzle. Let's see where that's at now. It's only crept up a bit for the first puzzle. What did I say? Did I say 403? 431 now for the final puzzle. That's fantastic work. Really well done to everybody who's managed to get through the whole thing. The feedback we're getting on this one is tremendous. So it would be a good use of your puzzle time. And the prize, which the competition closes on the 20th, and the prize will be the chance to make a Sudoku video with me that might appear on the channel. And Sophie, I'm going to meet Sophie this evening. Sophie, I think, is in New Zealand, and Sophie won last month's competition, and we're going to try and make a video that will hopefully, if we can get through the puzzle, appear on the channel in the coming days. So I'm looking forward to that. And then what else? Oh, our Sudoku worms. Do check these out. This is we've got a new couple of apps. We're launching a whole series of apps which are going to showcase the puzzles of particular constructors. This one actually is by Michael Lefkowitz, Juggler, but hasn't come out yet. But we have released Marty Sears, one of these, and also James Sinclair's. So do have a look at those. They're $1 each, and that's tremendous stuff. And I've got no birthdays to do today. It's so weird. Sometimes, birthdays, I've got like 10 to do. And other days I've got 0, and today is a 0 birthday day. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody who has written in. Apologies if I did, but in my diary today it was blank. So instead I'm going to turn my attention to doing some solving. Let's have a look at Frankenstein. I don't really get why it's called Is it just called Frankenstein because all the lines are higgledy-piggledy? And Frankenstein's monster was quite... it was sort of a bit from here and a bit from there all stitched together, wasn't it? So maybe that's why it's called Frankenstein. But the rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. The lavender lines are zipper lines. each pair of digits equidistant from the center digit has a sum. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of airplane noise. Maverick's going mad out there at the moment. What is he doing? Has a sum equal to the central digit. For example, 16827 would be a valid fill for a zipper line, because let's try and find one. 16827. Let's do that one. 16827. So the middle digit is, oh, I've done it on the modular line. I'm so sorry. Let's change that. Oh dear, that's not a good start, is it? 16827. Right, so this digit is the middle of the zipper, which is the lavender line. And then the digits that are equidistant from this centre, so you can see these two are both the same distance away. You add those up and you get 8. You add these up, you get 8. So that's why. That's how a zipper works. And then it says the darker off-green kind of unpleasant looking lines are modular lines. Each set of 3 adjacent digits along a modular line must contain 1 of 147, 1 of 258 and 1 of 369. So look at this little one here. If this was a 147 digit, then this could be 369. But if that was the case, this one would have to be from 258. So that along the line there's 1 of each in every. And if this line continued, say it went from here to here, then look at those 3 digits would have to include a 258 digit. So this would be a 258. That's all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I will download all of the secrets I know about both of these types of lines in a mere scintilla. I know very, very few secrets. Zipper lines, if you want to put, well, no, that doesn't work. If you want to put a 9 on a zipper line, it will have to go in the middle cell, because obviously if you put 9 along the line, you're adding a digit to 9 in order to get to the middle cell, and that's not going to work. There are mathematical properties of zipper lines that can be interesting. I'm not seeing anything very good immediately here. Oh, or am I? For example, those 5 digits there, we know sum to a multiple of 3. Very straightforwardly, if this central digit is x, let's make it x. Obviously these two sum to x and these two sum to x, so the sum of the line is 3x, which is obviously going to be a multiple of 3. So sometimes that can matter, you know, because, I mean, by a secret I share with only my very favourite people, a complete column of a Sudoku is also going to be a multiple of 3 because it's going to sum to 45, and that's what the digits 1 to 9 sum to. That's something I share with only my very favourite people, by the way. So what we effectively know then is that those 4 digits sum to a multiple of 3, because if that's a multiple of 3 and the whole column's a multiple of 3, then the difference must also be a multiple of 3. But a shorter line like this, I mean, I think that just sums to 2x. I don't think there's anything more x here and then another x in the wings. So that one's going to sum to 3x, but that's not even all in the same row. No. Okay, so this is, I don't think this is a mathematical break-in. It's going to be something to do... well, if I was guessing, I'd say it's either going to be that cross there, this sort of Angel of the North type statue here, or this sort of Frankenstein's head part of it there. Well, that digit's not on its own zipper, which is that mattering or not? I mean, okay, maybe one thing we could do is, and I suppose this is a bit of a secret. I mean, I hinted at it in the instructions, but every 3 digits on a modular line has to contain one of each modularity. So one of each type of digit. So the 1, 4, 7s are all, if you divide 1, 4 and 7 or by 3, you always get a remainder of 1. If you get 2, 5 and 8, you always get a remainder of 2. And if you divide 3, 6 and 9 by 3, you always get a remainder of 0. So that's why they're called modular lines. But that one is going to be the same modularity as that one, isn't it? These two are the same. Because those two are going to be something, but that stretch of 3 needs a yellow one, and this stretch of 3 needs a yellow one. So those are going to be the same, these are going to be the same, and that one's going to be something else entirely. And that one is going to be either blue or yellow modularity then. Because this digit, let's say that was a 6, we can ask the question, where does that Sudoku digit go in box 2? And where it can't go is on its own tuning fork. Because if that's 6 and you put 6 there, this would have to be a 0 in order to make 6 plus 0 equals 6. So this digit is going to go in exactly one of 2 places. Now, I don't know what that means yet. The red one is going to have to go in one of... Oh, is that wrong? No, that's true. Yeah, the red one is going to have to go in one of those 2 places, actually. Because it can't repeat on its own modular line. Because it could only repeat in the 3rd position, if you like, and it only... So red is also in one of those positions. So, yeah, okay, so maybe it is a little bit mathematical then. Yeah, maybe it is. Okay, so what that's telling us is this. Okay. We know that this digit has some... Actually, maybe I'm going to change the colouring. Let's just make that yellow. And I'll make these ambiguous, I think. I'm not sure if... But I want to just be clear that I'm talking about this one. So this one has some sort of modularity, which is yellow. Yellow modularity. Now we know that yellow belongs in one of these 2 positions on the other, but just by Sudoku in this box. But we also know from the colouring we just did that this one and this one are yellow modularity plus blue modularity. And that's very interesting because don't joke about me. The jokes have all been made before many times by members of my own family. The things I find interesting. So if you have a digit with yellow modularity, say it was 1, 4 or 7, and you're adding it to a digit with different modularity than 1, 4 and 7, to arrive at a digit that has the same modularity as 1, 4 and 7, what do we know about the modularity of the digit we're adding? It must be a 369 modularity, mustn't it? It must be. So, for example, if this digit was 7, we know one of these is going to be a 1 or a 4 because it has the same modularity. The other one will have blue modularity, and we're going to be adding 3 or 6 to that in order to get to this 7 digit. So blue modularity is 369, and blue modularity is either in those two or it's in those two. So, right. Is this true? I think this is true. So I think, weirdly, the red, I think this might have to be double red. Let me just think about that. I think that's right, isn't it? Well, because what we're saying here is that we know that red's modularity is not 369. So it's either 147 or 258. And we're summing. So if this was 147 and red was 258, what do you have to add to 258 modularity to get 147 modularity? Well, it's another 258 modularity, because you've got a 2 remainder digit, and you've got to add another 2 remainder digit, i.e. what the remainder is when divided by 3, in order to arrive at a 1 remainder digit. And you can see that. So if we add, if we add 2 and 5 together, you would get 7, for example. And if on the other hand this was a 258 modularity digit, then we know that red is 147, and what you add to 147 modularity to get a 258 modularity digit, that's going to be another 147. So this is double red. I'm not actually sure what this is doing. Is that doing something here? Yes. Yes, it is. Because I've now remembered that modular lines are the unpleasant lines, aren't they? So that's red modular. That's beautiful. That's ridiculous. Right, that is absolutely beautiful. So the idea is because you can prove that this is double red on the top tuning fork. Look at this 5 line, and let's think about how it's going to work from a modular perspective. So whatever the modularity of this is, it's going to be mimicked there. So clearly they can't both be red, can they? Because that would mean there would be 4 reds in the column of the Sudoku, but there's only 3 of any modularity. Now what would happen if this was red? Well, then that would be red, and that would be 4 reds again. So that's red. So this digit is either if you don't mind, I'm going to be frivolous. I'm going to put everything in, and now I can do much better than that, because this is not only red modularity, but it is the central digit of this zipper. Now the minimum those digits would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which means this digit is at least a 5, because we're adding at least a 4 on its line. So that is not 1, 2, or 4, it's 5, 7, or 8. Now, now it might get more complicated. So, sorry, I've got nothing now. I'm sure there's more trickery is available. Is it something to do with this row? Okay. This is not 5, I'm going to claim. Because if red is 258 modularity and this is 5, those 2 digits are 2 and 8, adding up to that digit, which would be a 10, which is perfect in terms of yellow modularity, because it would be a one remainder digit, but 10 is not a Sudoku digit, so it's imperfect from that perspective. So this is 7 or 8, and these digits are either 1 and 4 if this is 7, or 2 and 5 if this is 8, and this digit is 5 or 7. That's really weird. That's really weird. I thought this would be bigger than that. So if this is 5, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. Oh, that would work, wouldn't it? Because we'd need a 369 remainder digit for the blue digit that's in one of those two cells, and it would be the digit 3. So it'd be 3, 2, 1, 4, 7. Oh no, but then that should... Hang on. No, hang on. Am I going mad? No. 3, 2, 1, 4, 5 is what it would be. And 5 is yellow modularity. Well, and that would be 7. Okay, so that's okay, because 7 and 5 are different modularity. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 2, 3. This would be 1, 4. I'm sorry, I'm stuck again now. What are you up to, zetamath? What am I meant to do? I think probably this was correct, what I've done here. Like as a starting position, because getting that as double red is so beautiful with this line. That's classic zetamath stuff, that is. I'm worried I'm meant to see something obvious off the back of that. I mean, what are we going to have? We're going to have 2 yellows and 2 blues down there. Let's just put yellows and blues. And if that's blue, say, that will be blue. And if that's yellow, that will be yellow. And then this is going to be yellow or blue, and whatever that is, this will be the opposite, but then that on that modular line will be the same. We know that's not... I think it might be this row. That's where my... I'll tell you exactly what my brain is saying. My brain is saying it's that row, but it feels very complicated and I don't want you to think about it. So it's a bit like what we talked about yesterday on the channel. Sometimes you have to force your brain to think about things. Your brain will always try and be naughty. But how do we do this then? Oh no, I don't know. So if we know this is another of these length 5 modular lines, so it's going to have two of one modularity, or it's going to have a pair of 2 different modularities, and then this digit is going to be sort of the leftover modularity, isn't it? Now, okay, and there must be one of each modularity on this. I was just thinking about this line. Obviously, we've got a situation where, again, x here is the sum of those 2. So what you could have, if that middle digit was 9, say, you could have had 3, 6 on either side, and that could have all been what we're calling blue modularity. But that can't work, because there must be one blue modularity on there. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh no, I see. I do sort of see, actually. You can't have... Yeah. How could you have two of what I'm calling blue modularity on this line? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. So what do I mean by that? Well, blue modularity is 3, 6 or 9. If I have two of 3, 6 or 9 on here, it won't work. Because whatever the other digit is, the mathematics, the sort of remainders don't work. And I mean, I can just see that, but hopefully you can too. I mean, imagine these were 3 and 6, for example. Then obviously this must be 0 mod 3. And if these two are both perfectly divisible by 3, then so must that one be. Otherwise, maths doesn't work. So this one doesn't have, it definitely doesn't have 3 blue digits on it, and I've just worked out it doesn't have 2 blue digits on it. So it must have exactly 1 blue digit on it, because it can't have 0, because I can't put 3 blue digits on that modular line. So there is 1 blue digit on here, and does that mean we've got... Does that mean... I'm wondering if I can prove that this is red modularity. If the middle digit here was say a 6, then these would be 1 of each, wouldn't they? Oh no, but I could have... Oh, hang on, no. Because if that one... Ah, hang on. Oh, good grief, right. Okay, this is now getting seriously complicated. I think I've got something here. Right. Right, got it. Okay. It is possible that this is 3 different modularities. For example, if this was 6, that could be a 2-4 pair. If this was 6, this could be a 1-5 pair. 1 has is from the 1-4-7, 5 is from the 2-5-8. So you can see you can have 1 of each modularity, and the mathematics of the line absolutely work. But if we did do that here, then we're going to have a red there, aren't we? We're going to have a red here. So there can only be 1 red on this line, which means that red would go in the middle. But then what is this digit? Is the question I want to ask. Because I don't think that can be. Because the version of red that this is going to be is not the top version of red, which is going to be this one. So this is going to be, if this is 8, this could be as high as 5. And if this is 7, this could be as high as 4. That's the biggest this could possibly be. But it's on a zipper that's got 4 digits on it. So this would have to be 5 in that instance. And this would have to be 1, 2, 3 or 4. And I can see that doesn't work. Because what on earth am I putting in that cell now? That cell, remember, is getting duplicated in box 2. It's in one of those cells. I don't know which one. But now it couldn't be. It couldn't exist. This is so clever, zetamath. I mean, it's quite complicated, actually. But it's indisputably beautiful. So, in fact, we've worked... hang on, so now let me just get this clear in my head. So I'm now saying that there cannot only be 1 red. Maybe that was the point I should have got to. Maybe that's where I should have started. I should have said Is it possible there's one red on this line? Because I know it would go there, and I know this would break. In fact, it would make it more obvious if I put the options in for that, wouldn't it? So maybe that's the logical order, the more logical order. I should have said, okay, that is not red. There are 2 reds, therefore, on this line. So this line has no reds on it. And we know it has 1 blue on it, so it has 2 yellows on it. And if it has 2 yellows on it, the yellow is in the middle. This is it's beautiful, isn't it? Why do I think yellow is in the middle? Well, because again, I can sort of see that when I add a 0 mod 3 number to any other number that isn't 0 mod 3, it will preserve the modularity, the result will preserve the modularity of the number that isn't 0 mod 3. Does that make sense? I mean, or to put it another way, imagine that yellow was from the 147 set, and these were 1 and 4, then each of those individually has a remainder of 1, and when you sum 2 remainder 1 numbers together, you're going to get a remainder 2 number, which would mean that there shouldn't be a blue digit on here, it should be a red digit in that instance. No, it doesn't work. 1 plus 4 is 5, which is from the red set, but we need the blue set to be in there somewhere. So, now I've got double yellow in here, so now this digit is yellow, which is that one, because I can only have 1 yellow on this line now. And yellow is not the modularity of red, but it's also not 369 modularity. So this digit is 7 or 8, and that is a 7-8 pair. Because and the reason we know that is we know this can't be as low as 5, don't we? Because if it's 5, this number's destroyed by the fact that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quadruple. We can't be 6 because it's not from blue modularity. It can't be 9 because it's not from blue modularity. So it is whatever this isn't. It is 7 or 8, but from the alternate modularity stroke reality. Some of the sentences I say in these videos are so mental. I mean, it's just crazy. So now what does this mean? It must mean something. So now this one is the highest of its mod. So that one. So I'm going to. Doesn't that have to be 4 or 5 now? It's the sum of 2 different digits, so it's at least a 3. But we know it's not from the blue modularity. We know it is the smaller, therefore. It's the middly modularity related to yellow. So if yellow is 7, this is 4. If this is 8, this is 5, is what I think we're doing. So these 2 digits are very, very low digits. And one of them is a 3. One of them is a 3 because one of them is of blue modularity. Now, what does that mean? I don't know yet. Come on, zetamath, what am I meant to do now? The modularity of this one is going to repeat here. But I suppose I should label it, shouldn't I? It is therefore yellow or blue modularity. And now I don't know what to do. So this, right, so these cells are red and blue modularity. All the yellow modularity has been used up in row 6. So this is all red and blue modularity, suitably alternating. So if that's red, that's red. And if that's blue, that's blue. And I don't want it to be this line. I don't know how to think about that. Yeah, I mean there is something there though, isn't there? I mean, if that's a 7, it almost breaks the world, because if that's a 7, then red's modularity, this would be 8, and red's modularity is 2, 5, 8, so this would be 2 or 5. And if that's 7, that means you couldn't have a 2, 5 pair on this line. So that would have to be 1, 6, 3, 4 in some weird order. But if this is 8, this is 7, this is 1, 4, this is 5, this is 1 or 4, and that puts much less pressure on this line. Now, oh dear, I don't know what to do again. Okay, so this... Sorry, I haven't got anything. I'm sure there's something clever I'm meant to do here, and I'm not. I know I'm not doing it, and I'm feeling a bit daft. Okay, that one is not yellow. That is true, isn't it? Because this digit on this sort of 1 shape is repeating there in terms of modularity. So if this was yellow, that would be yellow, and then I'd have 4 yellow digits in box 6. So that is either blue or red modularity. Which might complete the blue modularity. If these were 6 and 9, that would finish the blue modularity in box 6. So, oh dear, I don't know how to think. I just don't know how to think about this. I'm well aware that you're probably all shouting at me. I feel like shouting at me. I don't understand. It's not going to be how you add up numbers to get to red modularity, is it? Or is it not? I don't know. I know there's a red here. I know there's a red here. I don't know whether there's a red up there. There could be. If there was a red up there, then this line contains no red. So let's think about this. I think I am going to have to think about this. If red was 7, that has a 1 remainder when divided by 3. So 2 digits, say those 2 digits, that add up to a 1 remainder digit are either going to be themselves a red and a blue, for example, because you could do 4 and a 3. That would work. Or it's going to be 2 remainder digits, like 2 and 5. That would work. I think that's it. I don't think there are other ways of constructing numbers. If you're adding 2 different numbers to get a 1 remainder, that must be right. So, and it must be the same with 8, isn't it? If you've got 8, you're either going to have a remainder, a 0 remainder digit, like a 3 and a 5. So you've got red, you'd have red and blue. or you're going to have 2 one remainder digits, which is going to be 2 yellows in this case. Right, so this line is either, each pair on the line is either, well, it's not that both of those can't be yellow. So this Angel of the North thing here, that it's not possible both of those are yellow, because that would put too many yellows in box 6. So a maximum of one of those is yellow. Now, but I don't know actually, I'm not sure. That's one of each. Ah! Oh, zetamath, you are a devious creature. You really are a devious creature. Okay, let's keep going with that. Okay, now how here? So on this stretch, on this domino, I've got it labelled as blue-yellow, but only one of them is yellow and one of them is blue. So there is one yellow in there. How many yellows are there in there? And the answer is a maximum of 1 yellow, because they are consecutive along a modular line. Now imagine there was no yellow in there. If there was no yellow, this would have to be double yellow to get us to 3 yellows in box 5. And we can't have double yellow here, because that causes double yellow there and breaks box 6. So there is a yellow on there, definitely, and there is 1 yellow on here, which means there is 1 yellow on here, which means this is red or blue. There is 1 yellow. It's either those 2 are yellow or it's these 2 are yellow. And then the other pair is going to be, I mean, this is impossible to show, but the other pair is going to be a red, no, it is, yeah, it's going to be a red and a blue. So if this was red, for example, that would be blue, and vice versa. But I mean, I haven't got a clue how we're ever going to show that. So, so what does that mean? I would absolutely love to know how I'm meant to. I know there's a blue in there, there's a blue in there. I know there's a yellow in there, don't I? That's true. So I know this is red or blue, just in terms of the modularity along this line. And I know that that digit is summing with yellow, no, summing to a yellow with this digit. But if that's blue, that would make this yellow. And if that's red, it would make this, make that red. That doesn't, that look, that looks quite tricky. It depends. It depends whether, if yellow was 8, then you could do 1 and 7, couldn't you? That would actually work. But if that's 7, and you're adding 2, I don't think that would work, because I think one of these would be the red 8, and it wouldn't work then, because this can't be red 8. It could be red 5 standing by. I don't know what he's doing, making an appearance in the puzzle, hopefully shooing off Maverick. Okay, these 2 digits, if that's 8, 2, 5 adding up to 7, yeah, okay, and if that's 7, 1, 4 adding up to 5. Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, you are a crafty man. You are a crafty man, zetamath. Right. Okay, here is the point. This line contains 2 yellows. Now, and this line contains 1 yellow. But the type of yellow that this line contains is the big yellow, because these are the little yellow. If this is 4, there's a 1 in one of those. If this is 5, there's a 2 in one of those. So big yellow lives on this line. Well, if big yellow was 8, adding up to 7 then, that isn't going to work. So big yellow is 7, adding up to 8. And we've got the modularities now sorted out. That's only taken me... That's the first digit. It's taken me 45 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, but this is red modularity. So that's 2 or 5 going in one of these 2 cells. Oopsie, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what button that was, but it was a jolly exciting one. Now, this is yellow modularity. So that's a 4 with a 1-3 pair. Which is very odd, because that means that this is also a 1-3 pair. Ooh, that's a weird deadly pattern on this staple. Oh, okay. Okay, but I guess that gets resolved by this modular line somehow. Oh, this is 7 now. So that's 7. This is good. So this is 1. Ah. Now 1 is yellow. So that's not... do we know that's not yellow? Yes, we do know that's not yellow, because there was 1 yellow on here. There was 1 yellow on here. Oh, the other thing I keep doing now is I'm trying to look at this as a modular line, and that's total nonsense. Sorry, not as a modular line, as a zipper line. I was trying to make these 2 add up to 8, and I was looking at the 2 and the 5, and I was thinking, it doesn't work. That can't be anything. But no, it's fine. It's fine. This is modular. So... Sorry, I really am trying to see how this works. So the 7 in this box is now in one of those 2 cells, isn't it? So 7 in box thingy, this box here, is in one of those 2 cells. Here's something. Right, let's go back to this 7. We looked at this before. It now has got a 2 or a 5 in its column. So this domino, for example, is not a 2, nor neither of that is a 2-5, or that is a 2-5. So this is filled up with 1s, 6s. 1 and 6 make 7, don't they? And 3 and 4 make 7. And neither of those ones can be a 1, because there's a weird 1-3 pair over here. In fact, that can't be a 3 either. But these can't include 6, because if either of those was a 6, it would have a 1 on the other side. So this is 4, and this is 3. It just seems to have happened by dint of Sudoku. And we've got a 1-6 pair in the other positions. And, oh, this is good if it's true. Right, I think it's true. Oh, well, 3, yes, it is true. 3 is the 0. Mod 3 is a blue. It's a blue. So this is yellow-red. And where is 3 now in this box? By Sudoku, because it can't repeat on its own modular line so quickly, it's got to be there by Sudoku. So that's 3, and that's 7. And 7 we know is the funny modularity, the yellow modularity. This is now another blue, whoopsie, that's blue modularity, so that should be, so this is a 4, because we've had 1 and 7, and we need a third yellow modularity. This is now red modularity, so that digit is 2 or 5. Don't try and do maths on this. I have to keep trying to add this line up. But if that's 3, that's got to be a 6 or a 9 along its modular line. And if that's 4, that's got to be 1 or 7 along its modular line. Feels like that should be resolved, but I'm not sure it is. Okay. Now, what should we do next? I don't know. Let's get rid of that 3 there. 4 is over there on this little. It's definitely. Can that be a 4? 1, 3. This would have to be a 1. That would have to be a 3. Maybe, I don't know. That's definitely yellow modularity. These are yellow and blue modularity. I'm not sure whether we're going to have to keep going with the modularity, but we might as well try. What about this 8 then? That's a zipper. It's not 3, 5. It's got to be 2, 6, look. Ooh, can we do that? So it's a 2 and a 6. 5, 8, 9 to put into the rest of row 5. Can we do anything with that? Do we know what that one is? I don't know. We probably do. We know it's the same as this one, don't we? So if that's 5, 8, this would be 2, 5, 8. If that's 9, that has to be 6 then. 7 is in one of those 2 cells in this column. Or it's column 9, I should say. Oh dear. I think I'm getting stuck now again. Naughty zetamath, what have you done here? How am I meant to do this? I keep looking at this and I find this very disconcerting as well. Could we do... Oh, I don't know what those are, do I? They have to add up to 7 as well. So they're not 2, 5, so they're 1, 6 or 3, 4, I'm going to claim. Those 2. And I don't think I know which they are. I'm puzzled. But we do. Oh gosh, yes, because this is all an anachronism, isn't it? From when I did the original shading. Those 2 have the same modularity, and these 2 have the same modularity. So and one of those is 7, which is yellow modularity. So if that's 7, this is 1 or 4. And that would be 3 or 6. And that would be 3, 6 or 9. Wow, I don't know. 9 in this box has to be on this line, doesn't it? So, that's useful. That's useful. Yeah. Okay. So just by noting 9 is in here, look, we know that over here there is a blue modularity digit. Now that blue modularity digit is not 3 and it's not 9, so it is 6, look, and that means I get that digit. That's a 1, and that's a 6. And 1 is yellow modularity, and 6 is blue modularity. Now that can't be 4, because that would have to be a 1-3 pair, and this can be neither of those digits. So that's not 4. This is 4. 4 is yellow modularity digit. And so we've actually done an awful lot of this column. 7 in this. Oh, that was almost beautiful. I thought I've got something really good there. 7 in this column. Where is it? It's not there by Sudoku. So it's in one of the bottom 2 places, and that's an X-wing on 7s at the bottom of column 6 and column 9. Now when you get this sort of pattern, you can ask where 7 goes in the other row. So in this row you can see it can't be here, it can't be there, so it's going to be there in one of those 2 positions. And if you're saying yes, but that's as useful as a chocolate teapot, I couldn't disagree with you. Oh, Bobbins, I don't know what to do. How do I do this then? I know it's not. Hang on. Neither of those is yellow. Ah, that's important. Right. Look at this triple. These, we know that the yellow. Okay, let's actually label this up. I don't know what the colour of that one is, but that's yellow is definitely that one, isn't it? So this is either blue or red. But in this triple, I need a yellow. And the yellow must be there, so that's a 1. And that's going to disambiguate, no 3 in the corner. That's going to disambiguate my my deadly pattern, which is something I've been worried a bit about. So now those are both yellow, but now this digit is yellow. So that has to be 4, I think, because it sees 1 and 7. So this digit is no longer 4, which means that digit is no longer 3, I think. Now, does that take us forward, please? Actually, I have got something as a result of that. But I'm actually just want to look up here for a moment. Let me just think about this. This is one of each. So that digit is either that digit or that digit. If that's 2, it's got to go here. If it's 5, it's got to go there. And then this one would be 2 or 8. Oh golly, I don't know. So how do I do this then? I have not got a clue. I'm looking around trying to see what on earth I'm meant to spot here. It's not. Oh, it's not this zipper, is it? So but that digit could be a 1. I suppose that's at least a 5. I don't think that's under pressure, but I'm just going to label it. It's 5, 6, 8 or 9. It's not 6 apparently due to this 6 pencil mark. So, oh, that's okay. That's actually useful. I'm going to think a bit more about this cell because I just got a surprising result. It's at least 5 because this is a 4. So it's 5, 6, 8, 9, but I have got a 6 here. Now it's 5, 8, 9, and that seems to be a triple on 5, 8, 9. But we should think about this digit, shouldn't we? It's either 1. Oh, this is an 8, because that would be a double 4. Can it be 5 there? maybe depending on that digit. Oh, this is gorgeous, right. But now there is a 5 on this zipper, because either that's a 5 or that's a 5, so that's not a 5, because this cell sees both of those. Now, that could be a 5 if that's a 5. Yes, okay, but we've got this 5, 8, 9 triple, so these squares are 2 and 6 apparently. Now what that means, I do know what those are, I just have to work it out. Oh, that's big if that's true. 5. 5 and 9 is what these are. So this digit is a 2, and that digit is a 6, and that digit is a 2, because I am allowed to do maths. And 2 is a red digit, 6 is a blue digit. Oh, so those two were the same. Okay. And what? 2, 3, 5, 6 is the digit that's definitely in this top portion here. And those are the same, aren't they? So if this was 5 or 8, this is 5 or 8, and if this is 9, this is 6. So this is either 6, 5, or 8. And you sort of think that must do something. This 6 means oh, that's good. This 6 means these aren't 1 and 6. So these are 4 and 3. In that order. And now the 7 must be sort of diagonally opposite it by modularity along the left-hand tuning fork. So this digit is 6 or 9. Ah! Okay, so we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. We can do this. That's definitely not 7. This is 6 or 9. And okay, we must know 1 and 8 now have to be in the middle row of this box. 7 is on this tuning fork, or not this tuning fork, this zipper line at the top, which is going to make it difficult. Seven. The only way that can be a 7, because this can't be a 1, because of this pencil mark, it would have to go 7, 2, and this would be a 9, and that would be a 9. Ah, I can't put 9 there. You can't put 9 on the wing of a zipper. Yes, I see. Right, so where's 9 in column 3? And the answer is, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, but it's definitely not there. So 9 is in one of those two squares, and now this can't be 7, because the corner digit is definitely not 8, because this would be a 1, and it's definitely not 9, because the 9 is there. So the 7 is in the corner, which is yellow. Maybe I could have done that by Sudoku, actually. I'm now seeing I've got loads of 7s everywhere. That's now a 7 by Sudoku. Oh yes, I saw something else about 7s. Oh, am I going to tell you that, or do I? Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I saw this digit couldn't be 7 for a really cool reason. But you see the 7s in the bottom these bottom columns here. They're either arranged like this, or they're arranged like this. Now, if this was 7. This has to be 7's modularity, which was going to be a 1 or a 4, which it can't be. So that is not 7. This is 7, and the 7's go like that. And that's yellow. And I think we have done all the 7s in the puzzle. So let's carry on. 1s are in these two positions. This now is a 1. Because it has to have the same modularity as the 7. That's a beautiful step, by the way, zetamath. Now, oh, this column, that digit is definitely not 8, is it? But there's an 8 here. So this is a 1-8 pair. And now this digit, 6 or 9, no. 6 or 9 is blue. That is undeniable. And maybe it's this one or maybe it's this one. I haven't... Okay, this can't be a 2-5 pair. So it's either a 4-3 pair, which is going to be in this order, or it's going to be a 1-6 pair. And don't tell me that can be in either order. No, it can't. The 1 would go here, and this would be a 6. 3. So, what does that mean? I don't know. It probably means something. He says somewhat desperately. Oh dear, I'm not sure. No, sorry. I don't think I've got anything cool to tell you about that. Is that it feels like that probably is resolved by some mechanism, some devious mechanic that only zetamath understands at the moment. Oh, 1. It's not necessary that one of those is a 1, is it? No, I don't know actually. But I'm noticing 1 in box 7 has to be in those cells. So column 3, what do we need? 2, 5, 8, 9. So that can't be 9. So that is 2, 5, 8. It can't be 8 now because we just put a 1 there. And obviously 8 plus 2 is too big. So this is, right, so that's red. It's 2 or 5, and there's an 8, 9 pair in the column. And hopefully that's going to do something for us. Is it or is it not? There's got to be another red there, doesn't it, in this row? Yeah, it's going to be something. Oh, okay, there's no yellow on here. So is it modularity again? It could be. I mean, the middle digit here, I'm going to claim now, can't be a blue digit. Because if it was a blue digit, the only way the colours would work is if this was a yellow digit, which it can't be. So that has to be a red digit, because it can't be a yellow digit, and I've just proved it can't be a blue digit, so it's a red digit. And that means this is a blue digit to make the maths work. And now this is not... Oh, this is sick. This is absolutely sick. That's a 3 in the corner, because it's not a 6, and it has to be blue mentality, and it can't be 9, because you can't add 9 to anything. And that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. That might be my favourite moment of the whole puzzle, and that is saying something. Now, okay, so we now know this is 5 or 8. And we know there's definitely a 5 in one of those two cells, because there is. So the red modularity... Oh, that's it. I've done it again. Zetamath is just breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Because once you know this is either 8-5 here or 5-2, and there's a 5 on it, you can... Oh, no, I don't know. Ah, sorry, no, it's a red digit here, isn't it? But I don't... It depends where it goes. If it goes there, it's definitely 8. But if it goes there, it could be 2. Oh, bother. Okay. Okay. 2 is in one of those 3 cells. That seems to be true. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Must be something. Come on, brain, compute the thing. Is it this 8-9 pair? Is that doing some damage for me somehow? I'm not sure. It could be, it could very well be Sudoku, couldn't it? Yes, where's 4? 4 can't go on the yellow line. Or when I say the yellow line, I mean the line that's already got 2 yellows in those 2 positions. So that is 4. This is 4 now, so Sudoku is coming to our rescue. Oh, the one here is doing some damage upward, using those 2 cells by Sudoku as well. Yes, Sudoku is suddenly being helpful. So 8 is now in these cells as well. But surely, do we know something about this column? 5, 6 or 9 into that cell, but I don't think I know which one. How many 4s have I got in there? I have got loads of 4s. I hadn't realised this at all. Yeah, that's it. Where's 4 in box 1? Goes on the line. So that's 4, that's 3. That's 3 by Sudoku. I think all the 3s might now be done. All the 4s are done. So somehow or other... Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, a different way of... Because that's double red, there is a red there. I mean, it's a red and a blue, I don't know, but this can't be red, can it? Oh, that's it. That's lovely. Good grief. Yeah, because this is double red and there's got to be a red in one of those 2 positions. That can't be 2 or 8. So all of the reds in this box are there. And now that has to be a red digit, which means it has to be 5. That's 5, that's 9, that's 6, that's 9, and we're off and running again. It's a spectacularly clever puzzle, this. I mean, it just is. Now, oh, that's now a 6 by Sudoku, so that's a 9. 9 is a blue digit, so there's a 6 in one of these as our special friend. Okay, and 5 is a red digit, and 9 is a blue digit. And now, oh, I see, look, we can use the modularity along this line, so the 5 must go with a 2 here to preserve modularity at the appropriate moment. And then this is going to be a 6. And now, it looks like that's a 6 by Sudoku. That might be wrong, but seems to be correct, doesn't it? So 6 is blue. 6 goes in one of those. This is good. 6 goes in one of these 2 positions. Now look, there's a little X-wing there, which means 6 must be in one of those 2, and it seems to have to be here, and 6 is the blue, so this is the red, and then that's the red by preserving of modularity rules. This is therefore 5 and 8, and we don't know the order. Do we really not? You naughty puzzle, that's extraordinary. Okay, but it does... Well, what does it do? It gets us the 9, I suppose. Maybe that's the point it does. Oh, that's unbelievable. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, but the 9, I see, the 9 gets... Oh, this is big. So that gets us a 5. That does the 5 and the 8. The 5 means this is a 1. So that means this is a 1, look. This is... where's 5 in the box? It's there. So that's got to be a 2. This has got to be an 8-9 pair. 2 and 5 are both red. And I don't know where we go now, but I am at least feeling more confident that I might be able to get through the puzzle. I haven't put 2, 8 and 9 into the... That's a very doable digit, isn't it? That's definitely a 2. So we've got an 8-9 pair for the rest of column 9, an 8-9 pair in the row So that's 2 or 5 and seems to have to be 5. So that's 5, that's 2, 5 is red. This column needs 6 and 8. Surely resolvable, but can't see how. I really can't see how, actually. Maybe we try row 7. Is that 2, 8, 9? So that's 2 or 9, and that's 8 or 9. So this is an 8, 9 pair. Oh, I see. I haven't put 1 into this column, so I should do that. 1 is yellow. This digit is 5, 8, or 9. Oh, it's not 5. It's 8 or 9 then. I'm actually going to just double check that. I'm not sure I trust that deduction. I think it's right, because there must be 5 on here. So this is an 8, 9 pair, and this is 5, 2 actually, which is not really what I thought was going to happen. Although I now see I could have got that from Sudoku, so I've gone the most roundabout way of getting that. This is, oh, the 8 now has to go there in the bottom row. So that's 8, that's 6, which means that's 6. 6s obviously are blue. Reds are not blue. This digit here is 8 or 9. I've got a horrible feeling I've got 8, 9 deadly patterns all over the place. I really hope that's not true. No, it's okay. It's resolved by this 8, I think. So 9, 8, 9, 9, 8, 8, 9, 9, 8, 2, 5. 2 and 5 looks good, doesn't it? That's red. 9s, wherever they occur, are blue. 8's always red. 1's always yellow. 2 and 8 in the middle here. And there we go. What a brilliant puzzle. What a brilliant puzzle. That was mad. Absolutely crazy stuff. I really liked those being double red at the start and me being able to deduce that that was red. And then it was fascinating. I think I did this a bit backwards. I should have thought about the left-hand line first. But there was some very cool arithmetic going on in row 6. And I really liked the fact I could realise that that had to not be too low because of this digit. You can see, oh, is it correct actually? Yes, it is. That's good. That's a relief. Wonderful. zetamath as always. Thank you very much for setting such beautiful, beautiful Sudoku puzzles. I do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments how you guys got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.